The movie begins with information about a virus that causes a disease in animals called hydrophobia, and this disease is known as rabies. This disease is a fatal disease that penetrates the animal's brain, and as soon as the infected animal sees water, the symptoms of the disease appear. These symptoms consist of convulsions and a lot of sweating, and we learn that the infected animal's behavior changes and becomes very violent and aggressive. The infected animal must be treated for this disease within 48 hours, or the disease will take over it completely, and no one will be able to treat it. We learn that the first case of this disease appeared about 2,300 years ago, and after that, we see newspapers publishing news about a famous linguistics doctor. This doctor had done research and studies on an ape named Ben, and discovered then that this ape is smart and understands, and she kept training and teaching him until he was able to speak more than 300 words. After that, this doctor took Ben to raise him at her home, but the doctor died a year ago because of cancer and left Ben living in the house with her husband Adam and her daughters Lucy and Aaron. We go to the doctor's house, which is in a remote area on the island of Hawaii, and we see then a doctor named Lambert treating Ben, and at that time he takes out the syringe to inject him with it, but Ben runs and hides inside the cage. So Lambert grabs Ben's doll and approaches him and tries to calm him down and tries to approach him quietly to give him the injection. But Ben pulls Lambert by his hand and drags him inside the cage and then kills him in a gruesome way. Here we go back in events 36 hours, and at that time Lucy is boarding the plane to return home, and this is to spend the summer vacation after she finished her studies. She is talking to her sister Aaron on the phone until she reaches her seat, and there, she meets her friend Kate who lives with her on the island of Hawaii and also studies with her in the same university. It appears then that they have agreed to spend the vacation at Lucy's house. Lucy continues her talk with her sister Aaron and asks her to have their father Adam come take her from the airport, but Aaron tells her that their father is very busy, and this is because he is following up on his novel which he will publish soon, so consequently he will not be able to go take her from the airport. Lucy ends the call with her sister while she is upset, and she gets more upset when she sees Hannah, her colleague at the university, boarding the plane with them. It is clear that Lucy does not like Hannah, and she is surprised when she learns that Kate is the one who invited her because Kate sees that this is a good opportunity for Lucy and Hannah to fix their relationship. As for Hannah, she meets a boy named Brad and his friend Drew, and it appears that Brad is attracted to her and gets up to help her. After some time they arrive at the airport, and their Nick, Kate's brother, is waiting for them. He welcomes Lucy because they have been friends for a long time. As for Hannah, she says goodbye to Brad and his friend Drew and then goes to Lucy and those with her, and Nick takes them to Lucy's house. When they arrive at the house, Hannah is dazzled by the house because it is in a place on top of a high mountain, and the view around the house is very beautiful. Lucy goes to greet her father who is happy with her return to the house and welcomes all her friends. At that time we notice that Adam is deaf and mute, and communicates with people through sign language, and he asks Lucy to go greet her sister Aaron, and explains to her that Aaron is upset with her because Lucy hasn't returned home in 2 years. So Lucy goes up to her sister in her room and tries to reconcile with her. As soon as Lucy sees Ben, she gets very happy, and also Ben is very happy and communicates with her through a tablet that has a voice program, and this program Ben uses in talking with humans. Lucy had brought him a small doll to play with, so Ben gets happy with the doll and is very pleased. At that time, Aaron accepts her sister Lucy's apology and they go afterwards to the girl's room. As soon as Hannah sees Ben, she feels fear, but when she learns that Ben deals with humans in this way, she gets close to him and plays with him. Late at night, Hannah goes down to walk around in the house, and at that time she sees a picture of Lucy with her mother. Suddenly Nick appears and lets her know that Lucy's mother died a year ago after she got cancer, and he lets her know that the mother is the one who trained the ape Ben on communicating with humans. While he is talking to her, He gets close to her because he is attracted to her and gives her an illegal cigarette to smoke, and he leaves her and walks away. So Hannah goes to the swimming pool and sits in front of the water. Suddenly, Ben appears next to her, and as soon as he sees the water, symptoms of rabies come to him and he begins to sweat and his condition changes in a suspicious way. As soon as Hannah sees him in this condition, she gets up from her place terrified, but she controls her nerves and extends her hands to him to help him. But Ben grabs her hands tightly and tries to bite her, and fortunately, Adam arrives at the last moment and blows the whistle he has. It appears then that the sound of the whistle makes Ben calm down and return to normal again. So Adam apologizes to Hannah for what happened and writes to her on the phone that Ben acts aggressively because she is a stranger to him, but when he gets used to her, his actions will change for the better. After that, Adam takes Ben to his cage, and there he gets shocked when he sees a dead wild animal inside the cage. He is surprised and looks at Ben and discovers that he is injured in his hand, so he understands that this animal is the one that bit him, and because of that, Ben attacked it and killed it. So Adam takes the body of the wild animal and locks the cage on Ben. The next day he tells his daughters about what happened and lets them know that he will take the body of this animal and take it to the lab to do tests on it and find out what is the reason that made this animal attack Ben. He lets them know that he called Dr. Lambert to come treat Ben from his injury. After that, Adam says goodbye to his daughters because he will travel to another city because he will attend the signing ceremony of his new novel. After Adam leaves, the youth all go down and swim in the swimming pool, and after they finish, they sit in front of the pool and drink together. At this time, Hannah and Nick get close to each other, and this makes Lucy feel jealous because she loves Nick very much. So she suggests to Hannah that she call the two boys she got to know on the plane so they come spend the evening with them. But Hannah gives her the phone to talk to them because she is the owner of the house. So Lucy takes the phone and calls one of them, but finds the phone closed, so she leaves him a message and invites him and his friend to come spend the evening with them. After Lucy ends the call, Kate gets tired from too much drinking, so Lucy takes her and goes up with her to the room and puts her to sleep in the bed and tells her to rest a little. Here Nick takes advantage of the opportunity and gets close to Hannah, and at this moment Lucy has returned and stands behind them and sees everything that is happening and feels sad. After that, Dr. Lambert arrives to treat Ben, and Ben attacks him and kills him, and of course Lucy and her friends do not feel anything. At the current time, Kate feels that she became better, so she comes out of her room to continue her evening with her friends. At that time, she finds Ben's doll placed on the dining table, so she holds it and thinks that her friends are playing a prank on her. But suddenly Ben appears behind her and looks at her in a terrifying way, so Kate gets scared of him and runs quickly and calls for Lucy. As soon as Lucy arrives, Ben has disappeared and has no trace. Suddenly they hear Hannah and Nick's voice and they are screaming over at the swimming pool, so they go there quickly and are surprised that Ben is attacking them. So Lucy tries to talk to Ben to calm him down, and she is surprised because his actions are not normal and she does not know what the reason is. At this same time, her talking with Ben gives Nick a chance to bring a rope to tie Ben, but Nick, while bringing the rope, steps on a small toy that makes a sound. So here Ben gets nervous from the sound of the toy, so Nick grabs the toy and throws it far away. After that, Lucy takes the rope from Nick and ties Ben from his neck, but Ben gets angry and tries to untie himself. At this moment, Erin comes and gets shocked when she learns what happened, so she suggests that they must call Dr. Lambert immediately to hurry him and have him come examine Ben and treat him. But when they call him, Lambert's phone rings inside Ben's cage. Suddenly Ben cuts the rope and attacks Erin and injures her, so Nick and the girl move quickly and save Erin from Ben. After that, they all go down inside the swimming pool because Ben does not know how to swim. But Ben remains standing in front of them and waiting for any one of them to come out, so he attacks him. Here Lucy and her friends try to think of a way to escape with. By chance, Nick notices that Ben is standing on the edge of the mountain, so he attacks Ben to push him from above the mountain and kill him, but Ben catches him and throws him from above the mountain. so Nick falls on the rocks and dies right then. After that, Ben keeps laughing in front of the girls as if he is mocking them. At that time, Kate is broken down because of her brother's death and gets angry when she sees Ben laughing and wants to attack him and kill him. But Lucy and Aaron prevent her and try to calm her down in any way. Lucy tells her that Ben's actions confirm that he is infected with the dog disease or rabies, and this means that he has already turned into a killer monster, and they must escape from him in any way. Lucy decides to get out of the pool to bring a float because they started getting tired from swimming in the water. She keeps getting close to the float quietly, and at that time, Ben does not attack her and remains still in his place until Lucy succeeds in throwing the float to her sister and her friend. Lucy takes advantage that Ben is sitting calm in his place and decides to go take Hannah's phone, which is thrown next to him, to ask for help. But to her bad luck, the phone rings and its sound enjures Ben, and he begins to attack Lucy. Here Kate gets out of the water and tries to distract Ben's attention until Lucy takes the phone, and they both go down to the water quickly. It appears that the ones calling are Brad and his friend Drew, so the girls ask them to call the police quickly. But Brad and Drew think they are joking and rush them to come quickly, so they end the call with them. Suddenly Ben walks on the light rope that is above the swimming pool and grabs Hannah by her hair and pulls her hard to get her out of the water, but her friends catch her and pull her from him and are able to save her. In the midst of what is happening, the phone falls in the water, so they bring it quickly from under the water, but it is already disconnected. After that, Ben returns to stand in front of them at the swimming pool. At this time, Adam receives a message from the lab that was examining the wild animal, and he knows from the message that this wild animal is infected with rabies. So Adam worries about his daughters because he is already certain now that Ben was bitten by this animal and infected with rabies. So he calls them to check on them, but no one answers him, so he worries more and leaves the party and returns home quickly. At this time, the girls decide to bring Nick's phone from inside the house, so Lucy and Kate leave Hannah with Aaron in the swimming pool and get out of the water and move quietly inside the house. But while they are walking, one of them touches the TV remote by mistake, so the TV turns on and a loud sound comes out. This sound attracts Ben's attention to them and he runs towards them, but the girls hide in a closet quickly before Ben sees them. As soon as Ben arrives, he breaks the TV and after that searches for the girls in the whole place and gets close to the closet. At that time the girls get terrified, but Ben does not see them and walks away. After that, Lucy gets out of the closet and asks Kate to stay in her place, and after that she holds the phone and tries to ask for help, but Ben sees her and attacks her. Kate comes quickly and hits Ben to save her friend. After that, the two girls run outside the room and close the glass door behind them, but Ben gets angry to the point that he breaks the glass and catches Kate before she escapes, and after that he pushes her violently from above the stairs. Lucy comes quickly, but she cannot save her because Ben hits Kate on her head and finishes her off. After that he attacks Lucy too, but Hannah gets out of the swimming pool to help Lucy and wraps the rope around Ben's neck and jumps in the water again, she and Lucy. At that time they try to pull the rope with all their strength to drop Ben in the water and drown him, but Ben is strong and escapes from them. At this same time, Brad and his friend Drew arrive at the house, and they are drunk and not in their right mind. As soon as they enter, they separate to look for the girls. At that time, Drew enters a room in the house and finds it empty, so he sleeps on the bed and waits for them. Suddenly Ben appears in front of him and attacks him brutally and separates his jaw from his face. As for Brad, he sees the girls while they are in the swimming pool, and as soon as Lucy sees him and points to him to ask for help, and before he understands from her what she wants, Ben comes and throws his friend Drew's jaw in front of him. This makes Brad terrified and he tries to escape, but Ben catches him and kills him. At this moment, Hannah takes advantage of the opportunity of Ben being busy with Brad and gets out of the swimming pool and takes her car keys and her phone and goes out running outside the house. But she gets in the boys' car by mistake, so she gets out of the car and gets in her car quickly. But suddenly, Ben appears in front of her and she discovers that he has her car keys. So Hannah locks the car on herself and calls the police while she is terrified and begs them to come save her. But unfortunately, she does not get to finish the call because Ben opens the trunk of the car and enters to her and kills her. At this time, Lucy gets out of the swimming pool but does not pay attention and steps on the broken glass that is filling the floor. At that time, she feels severe pain and tries to muffle her scream, yet Ben comes and attacks her. At this moment, Adam arrives at the house, and as soon as Ben hears the sound of the car, he leaves Lucy and runs towards Adam. Here, Adam enters the house, and when he sees all this mess, he gets shocked. But Adam does not hear Lucy's voice while she is trying to alert him, and he goes up to the floor above and leaves her alone with Ben. At this time, Adam finds Drew's body and understands then that a disaster has happened. So he gets terrified and begins looking for his daughters to save them from Ben. At that time, Ben is sitting next to Lucy, and it appears at this moment that Ben is very calm and peaceful, and he holds Lucy's hand and gets close to her. At this moment, Lucy remembers that Ben has returned to normal, but Ben deceives Lucy and breaks her hand. Here, Lucy defends herself and presses strongly on Ben's wound, and this makes him feel pain and gives her a chance to hide. But Ben tries with all his strength to catch her. At this moment, Aaron appears and distracts Ben's attention, and this gives Lucy a chance to get out of her place, and she tries to keep Ben away from her sister quickly. So Ben gets angry and attacks Lucy again and is just about to kill her. Here, Adam arrives at the place and blows the whistle, and this is in an attempt from him to calm Ben. But this time, the whistle does not bring a result because Ben leaves Lucy and attacks Adam. So Adam tries to defend his daughters with all his strength and kill Ben, but Ben controls him and is on the verge of killing him. So Lucy grabs a shovel and hits him strongly, hoping that she finishes him off. But Ben is not affected at all to the point that the shovel is the one that breaks. So Ben takes advantage of the opportunity and attacks Lucy again. But Adam gets up and hits Ben strongly, and after that grabs a bottle close to him and breaks it on his head. So Ben attacks him to take revenge on him, but Adam stabs him with the broken bottle. After that, Adam runs to his daughters and hugs them, and unfortunately Ben gets up again and attacks them. Here Lucy sacrifices herself to protect her father and sister, so she pushes them away from her and falls she and Ben from the balcony. But Adam catches Lucy's hand at the last moment. As for Ben, he falls from the balcony on broken wood that penetrates his body and he dies right then. After a little while, the police and the ambulance arrive at the house, and Aaron is transferred quickly to the hospital so they treat her injury, and at that time, the doctors confirm that she will be fine. Here, Adam and Lucy hug each other after the nightmare is finally over, and the movie finishes. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.